next fly we're going to tie is the Diawl bar. This fly originated in Wales, but is fished widely now on lakes and rivers in Ireland. It's a fly that represents a number of aquatic insects, and it's particularly a good fly when fish are feeding on midge pupae. We start the fly in the usual manner. Take the tie silk, attach it in about 1/8 of an inch behind the hook eye, and run a bed of tie silk right down the hook shank. When we reach a point at the bend, we take a saddle hackle, which is just a wider rooster hackle, and this is a red game hackle. And again, what we do is we form the tail by taking just about 4 or 5 fibres of this hackle and tying in the tail. We just tear away a piece of hackle like that. So we've got our hackle fibres, and we just tie them in on top of the hook shank to form the tail. So hold them in just at the bend there and take 1 or 2 easy turns of tie silk. Let's see what they look like, and then they look okay. Just tighten up on the tie silk like that. Now the rib of this fly is formed with red holographic tinsel. We can use, this is a medium sized tinsel, and we can use it for size 10s and 12s, but if you're tying 14s or 16s in this fly, use the fine holographic tinsel. Now cut off a piece again about maybe 3 or 4 inches, and just hold the holographic tinsel up like that and catch it in again with easy turns of tie silk. Now that's going to form our rib. Now we form the body of the Diawl Bach with 2 strands of peacock herl, which come from the peacock eye quills. What we do here is we just take 2 strands and cut them off. Now with the peacock herl, you can see there's a quill section on the back. Now what we tie these in, we want the quill section to be facing the front or the eye of the fly. So when you tie them in, this quill here is facing to the right or the front, and the herl is facing towards the bend. If we tie them in like that together, a couple of easy turns, then tighten up and move your way up the hook shank like that. All the way up, again to that sort of favourite position about 1/8 of an inch behind the hook eye. We then take the strands of herl, and some people prefer to twist the strands, but if you're putting a rib in, I don't think it's that necessary. I think you can wind them together without twisting them, and what that does, it actually makes the herl sit up that bit better. So wind the herl 1 turn in front of the other up the hook shank like that. Again, don't put too much tension on peacock herl because it's a fairly brittle feather. So just go fairly easy on that. Come again to that position, and when you're taking your turns of tie silk over the peacock herl, go very easy with them. Don't put too much pressure on the bobbin holder there, because the herl will be inclined to break. So just very easy, 3 turns at the back, and then just finish off with 3 easy turns to the front. At that stage, we just cut off the peacock herl like that. Now we've got our body tied in, we just now put on the rib. So we take the silver holographic like that, and we then just wind it up the hook shank. So in fairly evenly spaced turns. So it's 2, 3 and 4. And I like to tie the herl in just underneath the body like that. So basically hold it underneath there and take your bobbin holder again round to the left like that. After you've actually trapped that in with 2 or 3 tight turns there, you can just finish off there with another few like that. behind it, and say 1, 2, 3 in front, and then cut off the holographic tinsel like that. Now what this fly shows us is how to tie on a false or beard hackle, and that's a new technique we're going to learn. Now you can do this by just leaving the hook in the vise like that, but I find it easier, especially for the beginner to fly tying, to actually turn the hook over in the vise like that. Turn it over and just set it practically in the same position like that. Now we're going to tie on a beard hackle, and the thing about a beard hackle is generally put on a fly that just needs very, very little hackle. Sometimes it's put on fry patterns like the butcher, and also on nymphs. So here what we're going to do again is we're going to take off just a few hackle fibres, strip them off the quill. I would say on this maybe a quarter to a half an inch of hackle fibre. Just strip them off like that, hold them up in your right thumb and finger, and you set them on the near side of the hook shank like that. Now measure them up. The hackle fibres here should just extend to possibly about the point of the hook. So hold them in your right hand, measure them up that they're just covering the point of the hook, and then grasp them in the left thumb and forefinger like that. Now at this stage, just take a very easy turn of tying silk, 2 easy turns of tying silk, round the fibres like that to hold them in place. Now what you do to make the fibres splay, what you do now is increase the pressure on the bobbin holder like that. So just increase the pressure a wee bit and pull the hackle fibres over the front of the hook like that, to make them splay out. You can also kind of help them splay out with your fingers like that. Now it's important at this stage not to take the tying silk up too close to the eye, because what that does is it actually it traps the hackle fibres in the eye. So keep the turns of tying silk towards the back of the head of the fly. Now at this stage then we just take our scissors in and we cut or snip off the waste hackle fibres like that. Okay. Now just take a few more turns around it to trap down those fibres like that, and a few more turns to the back, and then at this stage what I do is just turn the hook back in the vise like that. Okay, and there we have sort of nearly the finished fly. Again, just finish off the head with some more turns of tying silk. And it's very important on a nymph, and especially on the Diawl Bachs, not to put on too much hackle. A very slimly dressed fly, too much hackle sort of ruins it. So just again, maybe about 8 or 10 hackle fibres for the hackle. Take your half hitch tool, set it on, but you're not. Just as we've been doing. 2, 3, and that's that. Knot it 3 knots securely, and again you just cut off your tying silk, and that's the finished fly. Now with Diawl Bachs you can actually tie them with green holographic, with gold tinsel, red tinsel, whatever your choice. There's many variations now, but that's the finished red holographic Diawl Bach.